Space, this vast void, is full of secrets and mysteries. However, the American Space Agency has forgotten, over the years, to try to discover this space. The discoveries seem to have adverse effects and make humans more confused and unaware. Today we will show you some incredible satellite images. If you want to know the details, follow the video until the end. Spacewalk. A spacewalk is when an astronaut exits the spacecraft into space. During these walks, astronauts wear suits that contain oxygen and water. Before going into space, astronauts put on suits, which are filled with oxygen. This helps remove nitrogen from their bodies to prevent gas bubbles that can cause pain. Walking in space with gas bubbles can cause sprains, especially in the shoulders and elbows. This process ensures that astronauts are ready and safe during their spacewalks. The remains of the temple. Conspiracy theorists claim that strange-looking structures were discovered on the planet Mars. This is based on analysis of an image taken by NASA's Curiosity rover. Scott Waringa wrote that the temple can be clearly seen in a recent photograph. He explained that the structure contains 5 or more levels, each one being smaller than the level before it. The main structure at the top of the levels resembles a pyramid with a building roof. Each level has a completely flat horizontal surface so that someone or something can walk on it. However, the probe will not investigate this because NASA's true mission is to project public information about space to its satisfaction. They keep the public in the dark about the true nature of the surface of Mars. The space web NASA, through a powerful telescope in Hawaii, observed invisible luminous threads that extend 2 million light-years between galaxies in space. These threads are part of the cosmic network that connects the galaxies of the universe. Cosmological theories suggest that these giant filaments are like spider webs and contain galaxies, including the Milky Way. The presence of galaxies is revealed thanks to filaments of gas illuminated by cosmic fluorescent light. The International Space Station orbits the Earth about 400 kilometers above sea level, completing one revolution every 90 minutes. This means you experience 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets a day. Although astronauts can simulate natural light, the perception of time in space is different due to the speed of the station. Scientists are studying how this difference affects astronauts' perception of time compared to Earth. A mysterious door on Mars. An intriguing photo taken by a NASA rover in the 2000s shows what appears to be a doorway carved into a hill on Mars. Although some suggested it could be a door to a Martian hideout, or even another world, experts explain that it is more likely a rock fracture caused by pressure or an earthquake on the planet. Despite the impressive appearance, the gate is actually a rock formation only a few centimeters high, Science Alert notes. Over the years, Mars has revealed many strange images, but it is important not to get carried away with fantastic interpretations, since reality is more likely explained by natural phenomena. Ghost galaxy. NASA published images of 2 spiral galaxies, the first, called INS 628 or Ghost Galaxy, and the second, known as INS 7496. These galaxies are relatively close to the Milky Way and are of interest to scientists and space science researchers. The Ghost Galaxy, 32 million light-years from Earth, is a spiral galaxy with a fascinating design, being the closest and therefore an excellent laboratory for studying star formation. The second, about 24 million light-years away, is also a spiral galaxy with extended bars and arms. On another topic, a photograph taken on Mars caused confusion. In the image, a bright light appeared on the surface of the red planet. Some theorized the existence of intelligent life, but NASA scientist Don Ellison explained that the light was not evidence of life. According to him, the interaction of high-intensity astronomical rays caused the light. Although the density of Martian airspace allows particles saturated with high radioactive energy to reach the surface, the confusion in the image is due to the fact that the light appears to be artificial, radiating from the bottom up, which contradicts natural light. Mysterious radio signals from outer space. NASA astronomers have captured 8 mysterious radio signals thanks to a new AI-trained algorithm. Scientists hope to expand the search for extraterrestrials. According to them, the messages were sent from extraterrestrial civilizations, possibly with technology much more advanced than ours. The team made the exciting discovery of temporary radio signals, which were not detectable in previous examinations of the data. After using a new algorithm equipped with the latest artificial intelligence technology, the algorithm examined 820 stars and regions of space previously considered possible hotbeds of extraterrestrial activity. The 8 signals were found in areas around 5 nearby stars, which are between 30 and 90 light-years away. An international team developed this computer algorithm to analyze in greater detail an unimaginably large amount of information. So far, scientists have not been able to explain these signals or determine who transmitted them. Andromeda. NASA scientists have warned that our Milky Way galaxy is at risk of being swallowed up by the nearby Andromeda galaxy, which has consumed smaller solar systems for billions of years. Scientists have mapped Andromeda, which is twice the size of our galaxy, and ironically, found remnants of other galaxies merging within it. This indicates that Andromeda has absorbed smaller galaxies over the past 10 billion years. Scientists propose the theory that it could absorb the Earth. They have predicted that the galaxy, discovered 15 years ago, will take about 4 billion years to devour Earth and the planets of the solar system. A NASA spacecraft has obtained a stunning view of a small flying saucer orbiting within the rings of Saturn. The new images initially led Cassini scientist Carolyn Porco to believe they might be works of art, but they turned out to be authentic. The saucer turned out to be a small moon called Pan, which has a diameter of 21 miles and occupies a gap in Saturn's A ring. Its distinctive shape is due to an equatorial accretion disk, a thin layer of ring particles stuck to Pan's waist due to its weak gravity. Pan is not alone in its peculiar appearance, as another small moon, Atlas, has a similar shape for similar reasons. On the cold moon of Saturn, researchers have discovered phosphate in water, a vital component that has never before been found in an ocean outside of Earth. Enceladus, one of Saturn's 145 known moons, has attracted the attention of astronomers and astrobiologists due to its intriguing geological activity and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Enceladus is believed to have a subsurface ocean of liquid water in contact with its rocky mantle, opening up the possibility of chemical reactions that could support life. The presence of salts and organic molecules in the feathers expelled by the moon reinforces this possibility. Furthermore, the detection of silica nanoparticles suggests the possibility of hydrothermal activity at the bottom of Enceladus. These discoveries increase the possibility of finding extraterrestrial life on this moon of Saturn. Multiple space missions have investigated Enceladus. Although the 2 Voyager probes flew by it in the 1980s, the most detailed observations of Enceladus were made by NASA's Cassini probe after its arrival at Saturn in 2004. Cassini discovered the subterranean ocean and geysers on the moon from 2004 to 2017. The Cassini probe investigated Saturn, its rings and moons for about 13 years. Samples of ice particles and water vapor emitted by cryovolcanic geysers erupting from cracks in frigid Enceladus were collected and analyzed by Cassini's Cosmic Dust Analyzer. The frozen waters of Saturn's moon Enceladus contain the building blocks for life. But does it have life? Phosphorus, the rarest of the 6 elements that make up life as we know it, has been discovered on the ocean-bearing moon in our solar system for the first time. Dr. Christopher Glane of the Southwest Science Institute is part of an international scientific team that has discovered important evidence suggesting the existence of the key component of life beneath the icy surface of Saturn's moon Enceladus. The discovery is based largely on data collected by NASA's Cassini spacecraft. Phosphorus-containing phosphates have been discovered in the deep ocean of Enceladus. Phosphorus is an essential element for the construction of life. Enceladus is an icy moon with a vast ocean of liquid water hidden beneath its icy surface. Researchers have already discovered other components essential for life, such as carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur and oxygen, in water on the moon. However, phosphorus, which works with sugars to form the backbone of DNA molecules and also helps in the repair and maintenance of cell membranes, had eluded detection until this point. Now, Mars has almost become commonplace in the search for life beyond Earth. Saturn's cold moon Enceladus was once overlooked by astronomers who believed that Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, was too warm for life to develop. However, several recent scientific findings, including possible chemical signatures of life, have shifted scientists' focus toward the likelihood that such extraterrestrial bodies actually host microorganisms. There are intriguing hints that simple life forms may have evolved on other planets and possibly moons in the solar system, and scientists are searching for life on exoplanets around distant stars, as well as radio signals that could come from distant civilizations. A report on Enceladus is one of several recent scientific papers discussing the search for traces of life in our solar system. The Cassini spacecraft sampled geysers emitted by Enceladus between 2005 and 2015, and the results were published in the journal Nature Astronomy. Methane and hydrogen were detected in large quantities by the probe, supporting the theory that bacteria have adapted to life near hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor. The ocean on Enceladus is hypothesized to be between 12 and 15 miles deep and covered by a thick layer of ice up to 20 miles thick. Scientists believe that heat is generated in the moon's core due to its tectonic motion, and the moon is influenced by tidal forces created by its orbit around Saturn. The phosphorus was detected after years of analyzing data from Cassini's instrumentation as it zoomed past the icy moon. The 6 elements carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus and sulfur are fundamental to the biochemistry of life on Earth. Hydrothermal vents like those on Earth that release nutrient-rich water into the ocean may be fueled by tidal heating on Enceladus. Because biology is still in its infancy, even the most fundamental notion of life eludes scientists. Although scientists can confidently state what conditions are necessary for life on Earth, no one knows whether these are universally true. Phosphates, which include phosphorus, are essential for the development of all known forms of life. Phosphates are necessary for the construction of nucleic acids, DNA and RNA, cell membranes, energy-carrying molecules, skeletal systems of humans and other animals, and the plankton microbiome in the ocean. The researchers explain that the high levels of phosphates found in Enceladus ocean exceed at least 100 times those found in Earth's oceans. It's one thing to use a model to anticipate the existence of phosphates, but it's another thing to actually find evidence of phosphates. This is a notable achievement in the field of astrobiology, and represents a significant advance in the search for extraterrestrial life. The oceans of several worlds are covered by glaciers. Over the past 25 years, scientists have recognized the abundance of worlds in the solar system that protect oceans under a layer of ice. Pluto and the icy moons of large planets, such as Titan and Saturn's moon Enceladus, are examples of such objects. These ice-covered ocean worlds can exist at a wider range of distances from the Sun than Earth can support liquid water on the surface, expanding the number of habitable worlds in the galaxy. The research also suggests that phosphate levels would be higher on cold worlds like Enceladus, and possibly other frozen ocean worlds beyond Jupiter. Geochemical testing and modeling show that these high phosphate concentrations originate from improved solubility of phosphate minerals. Enceladus's ocean meets what is often considered the most demanding condition for life. The next logical step is to return to Enceladus to confirm whether the habitable ocean is populated. This remarkable discovery is due in large part to the Cassini expedition, which exemplifies the value of sustained efforts to explore the cosmos through the use of the Cosmic Dust Analyzer. Data analysis by Cassini identified phosphates within grains of salt-rich ice, which played a crucial role in demonstrating the likelihood that phosphates, a form of phosphorus, are abundant in Enceladus's oceans. This is a remarkable illustration of how human-created technology has expanded our access to and knowledge of the cosmos. This study adds to the growing body of evidence that frozen ocean worlds are much more abundant in the cosmos than previously believed. This is because ocean worlds, unlike Earth, can exist at a wider range of distances from their host stars, making them more likely to exist. What is that in our sky? An extraterrestrial being, a spaceship, a comet, an asteroid, or something never seen before? These questions and more filled the heads of scientists when, in 2017, an unidentified flying object known as Oumuamua appeared in the Earth's atmosphere. But what exactly is it, and how does this discovery impact our world? Find the answers as we explore the arrival of space object Oumuamua, its uniqueness, and the possible implications of an encounter with Earth. Oumuamua's origin story. Are we finally being visited by worlds beyond our solar system? Has our blue planet finally been noticed by beings from other galaxies? Or is this just a fragment of a broken civilization that has found its way to us? These unknowns have worried scientists since the appearance of this unidentified flying object, which crossed the Earth's atmosphere in the fall of 2017. The Earth received its first interstellar visitor, Oumuamua, which translates as messenger from afar. But what makes it so special? This is actually not the first time that unidentified objects have visited Earth. Thousands of sightings of unidentified flying objects are reported each year, although some are false. But none have been as captivating and mysterious as this one. When we think about UFOs, we usually imagine flying saucers with extraterrestrial beings with oval heads and slender bodies visiting our planet. However, the reality of a UFO is broader. It is a term that covers any strange object not previously identified or catalogued, and that probably does not have its origin on Earth. It could be a space rock, debris from outer space, or even an alien ship if we tip the balance towards conspiracy theories. Now, with that out of the way, let's continue with our precious Oumuamua. The discovery of this interstellar object was a long-awaited event. For decades, scientists had predicted and anticipated such a momentous event to solidify our beliefs in the existence of worlds beyond our solar system, and now we have concrete, irrefutable evidence that the universe extends beyond the borders of our system. Solar. However, this story has an intriguing twist. Although scientists expected visits from other planetary systems, Oumuamua was not exactly what astronomers had in mind. Many scientists probably expected to encounter a large space rock, round or irregular in shape, similar to those we already knew. But Oumuamua is something very different. Its shape has aroused great curiosity. At first, astronomers thought it looked like a cigar or even a hot dog, but upon closer inspection, they realized it was shaped like a pancake. Furthermore, Oumuamua is relatively small, with dimensions of approximately 377 feet long, 364 feet wide, and 62 feet thick. Although this may seem large for an interstellar object, it is actually quite small. On October 19, 2017, astronomer Robert Warwick made an absolutely astonishing discovery. He probably didn't expect his day to end with the discovery of one of the most fascinating objects ever observed, but fate had something in store for him. Using the revolutionary Pan-STARRS telescope at the Haleakala Observatory in Hawaii, he detected this strange object crossing our atmosphere. At that point, 40 days had passed since Oumuamua passed its closest point to the Sun, and it was already 21 million miles from Earth, moving away from the Sun. To put it into perspective, that's about 85 times the distance between the Moon and the Earth. At the time of its discovery, Oumuamua was extremely unique, being the first of its kind ever found in our atmosphere. The International Astronomical Union initially designated it C/2017 U1, as it was initially thought to be a comet. However, since it had no tail, It was reclassified as 2017 U1, which ruled out its identification as an asteroid. Once it was irrefutably determined to have originated outside our solar system, the nomenclature changed rapidly. Colloquially it is known as Oumuamua, but scientifically it was designated 1I/2017 U1. The name itself reflects the belief that this object is a messenger sent from very distant places with the intention of communicating with human civilization. Critical information about the object's trajectory was obtained through the Pan-STARRS 1 telescope, which was part of the Space Guard survey, and the Canada-France-Hawaii telescope, CFHT. But that's not all. The composition and shape of Oumuamua were deduced thanks to the Very Large Telescope and the Gemini South Telescope, both located in Chile, along with the Keck 2 telescope in Hawaii. Oumuamua is relatively small and not very bright. Furthermore, since it was already several miles away from our planet at the time we noticed it, observing it turned out to be an arduous task. In fact, the object was not seen in stereo high 1A observations near its perihelion on September 9, 2017 because its brightness dropped to about magnitude 13.5 as it moved further and further away from Earth. By the end of October, its brightness had already decreased to an apparent magnitude of 23. In mid-December 2017, Oumuamua was moving too fast and was even too faint to be studied by the largest ground-based telescopes. Regarding the origin of Oumuamua, we do not have precise information about its provenance. However, the characteristics of Oumuamua have provided us with several clues about its origin. Apparently, it is an interstellar object, which means it has entered our solar system from interstellar space. The universe is incredibly vast and mysterious. Its size has fascinated scientists, philosophers, and curious minds for centuries. While the spatial size of the entire universe is unknown, it is possible to measure the size of the observable universe, which is approximately 93 billion light-years in diameter today. But what does this number really mean? To put it in perspective, a light-year is a unit of distance used in astronomy, and is equivalent to approximately 5.88 billion miles or 9.46 billion kilometers. This means that the observable universe is approximately 546.84 trillion miles or 878.58 trillion kilometers in diameter. This is a staggeringly large number that is difficult to comprehend. The answer to why the universe is so big lies in its origins. According to the Big Bang Theory, the universe was created approximately 13.8 billion years ago in an explosive event that caused its rapid expansion. Since then, it has continued to expand at an accelerated rate driven by mysterious forces such as dark energy. As the universe expanded, matter began to clump together under the influence of gravity, forming stars, galaxies, and eventually planets like our own planet Earth. Over time, these structures grew larger and more complex, giving rise to the incredible diversity of objects and phenomena we see in the universe today. The observable universe is just a tiny fraction of the entire universe, encompassing everything that exists. While the universe with a capital U includes all matter, energy, space, and time, the observable universe refers to the portion we can detect from Earth. This region is limited and extends to a distance of approximately 93 billion light-years in diameter. Light takes time to travel, so what we see in the observable universe are objects as they were in the past. Additionally, due to the expansion of the universe, distant objects are rapidly moving away from us, making them difficult to detect as their light is stretched and redshifted. The edge of the universe is a complex and fascinating enigma with no definitive answer. There are theories that suggest that the universe is infinite and has no discernible limit, based on the cosmological principle of isotropy. Another theory proposes that the universe is finite but curves around itself, without a defined edge. There is also the possibility that our universe is part of a larger multiverse, with other universes that may be connected or separate from ours. Furthermore, thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope, we have discovered the existence of the cosmic web, a large-scale structure made up of galaxies, filaments, and voids. This network reveals how matter is distributed and how galaxies evolve over time, arising from small fluctuations in the density of the early universe and amplified by gravity. Using the James Webb Space Telescope, astronomers have discovered cosmic web filaments in the early universe. These filaments were detected when observing 25 quasars, extremely bright galaxies with supermassive black holes at their centers, which existed shortly after the Big Bang. Among these quasars, a thread-like arrangement of 10 galaxies was found, anchored by a luminous quasar. These structures challenge our understanding of how the cosmic web forms and evolves, as they demonstrate that such filaments can exist early in the universe. Additionally, this discovery provides clues about how black holes may have influenced their environment at that time. The James Webb Space Telescope has made important discoveries studying the early universe and interstellar chemistry. It has identified the first strands of the cosmic web, revealing how galaxies and clusters form. In addition, it has detected for the first time the presence of a crucial molecule called methylcation in a planet-forming disk around a young star in the Orion Nebula. This molecule plays an important role in interstellar organic chemistry, and its detection confirms its relevance in the formation of complex carbon-based molecules. The discovery also provides insights into how organic molecules can form and evolve in protoplanetary disks under the influence of ultraviolet radiation. These findings demonstrate the sensitivity and resolution of the James Webb and its ability to explore the mysteries of the universe and cosmic chemistry. James Webb has revealed that galaxies cleared away the opaque gas of the early universe, allowing light to spread freely. This event, known as the era of reionization, marked a key milestone in cosmic history. Using the James Webb, astronomers discovered that galaxies existing 900 million years after the Big Bang ionized the surrounding gas, causing it to become transparent. Bubbles of ionized gas around these galaxies grew and merged, gradually transforming the universe into its current transparent state. These early galaxies also exhibited surprising features, such as active star formation and unexpected structures, challenging our understanding of galactic evolution. By studying these ancient galaxies, James Webb has provided invaluable information about their characteristics, masses, and compositions, as well as their influence on their environment. These findings show how the James Webb reveals new aspects of the early universe that were previously hidden, allowing astronomers to deepen their understanding of the formation and evolution of galaxies. James Webb's Advanced Deep Extragalactic Survey (JADES) program is a leading initiative that uses imaging and infrared spectroscopy to study the evolution of galaxies in the early universe. JADES has made significant discoveries, including the identification of hundreds of galaxies that existed when the universe was very young. These galaxies, some of the oldest and most distant ever observed, provide key information about the formation of the first stars and galaxies. JADES takes advantage of the sensitivity and resolution of the James Webb in the infrared, allowing the detection of light from very distant objects that have shifted to the red due to the expansion of the universe. This approach has revealed galaxies at very high redshifts, demonstrating the power of James Webb to study the universe in its most primordial stages. The ancient galaxies seen by JADES are very different from the current ones. They are small, faint, and young, with massive stars in formation that emit ultraviolet light that ionizes the surrounding gas. These galaxies are crucial to understanding how the first stars and galaxies formed, how they reionized the universe, and how it evolved from its dark state to a transparent one. JADES reveals complex and diverse structures in these galaxies, showing stellar activity, supernova explosions, and mergers. It has also measured the size of nearby galaxies, showing us how they grow and change over time. With unprecedented sensitivity and resolution in the infrared, JADES opens new windows into the early universe and provides valuable legacy data for future research. James Webb studies galaxy formation by observing a protocluster of 7 galaxies that existed when the universe was young. These galaxies move at very high speeds within a halo of dark matter, which acts as a gravitational glue that holds them together. The James Webb used its near-spec instrument to measure the velocities and confirm that they are united in a protocluster. Additionally, he used spectral data to model the future development of the protocluster up to the present day, predicting that it will grow and transform into the coma cluster. This discovery demonstrates how galaxies clustered early in the history of the universe, and how they evolved into the massive structures we see today. It also highlights James Webb's ability to detect and study faint and distant galaxies in the infrared. James Webb studies the formation and evolution of galaxies by observing their shapes and structures at different cosmic moments. In early galaxies, he discovered complex, chaotic structures that underwent rapid growth and transformation driven by gravity and interaction with gas. In more mature galaxies, he revealed more regular shapes and structures, indicating growth and change over time. He also found even closer galaxies with morphological diversity, but similar to those in the nearby universe. These discoveries demonstrate the variability in galaxy formation at different times and how James Webb resolves details in distant galaxies, revealing their morphology and complexity. In addition, the James Webb has made it possible to study the chemical properties of distant galaxies, revealing information about the formation and evolution of complex carbon-based molecules. For example, he has detected a carbon molecule called methylcation in a planetary-forming disk around a young star, providing clues about interstellar organic chemistry and how molecules can form and evolve in cosmic environments. The James Webb has expanded our knowledge by detecting weak signals from distant and complex sources, validating its sensitivity and resolution in the infrared. These advances in the understanding of galaxies and cosmic chemistry are made possible by James Webb's unique ability to observe at infrared wavelengths and reveal hidden aspects of the early universe. The James Webb has revealed new details of the Pandora cluster, a complex and violent region of the universe located 3.5 billion light-years from Earth. The telescope has detected hundreds of distant galaxies and gravitational lenses in the cluster, amplifying their light and revealing their presence in the image. Additionally, James Webb has studied the distribution and composition of gas and dust in the cluster, revealing information about the temperature, density and metallicity of the hot plasma and cold dust. It has also observed the diversity and complexity of the galaxies in the cluster, showing a wide range of shapes, colors, sizes, masses, ages and histories, as well as signs of star formation, supernova explosions and mergers. These new details provide a more complete understanding of the evolution and interaction of galaxies in the Pandora cluster.